Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Of metal that the hinge screws into inside the frame. That piece of metal, there's a piece, I guess it's welded in there. Well, it was completely loose and it fell down into the frame. You know, it was the top hinge. I can't even reach it with like a long magnet or anything. But even so, even if I got that or bought another one of those pieces, I mean, how do I fix that? You know, do you understand what I'm saying?
I have a certain level of intimate familiarity with what you're saying.
Does it happen a lot, or what do you?
Oh yeah, no, you're in a well-populated club.
I assume it happens, but what do people do then? Sell the building or burn it down, or is there an easier solution?
I would imagine either of those would work, but they might be overkill. Yeah.
An engineer and I looked at it and go, wow, how do we fix that? And we sat there and thought about it, and we were finding another.
What'd you come up with?
Well, we actually went to try to find if we could find another piece of metal with the holes in it already that you can screw into and we couldn't find those. So we're thinking of getting just a straight bar and then maybe welding it on the outside, and then and then you got to weld the hinge to the new piece of metal and part of the door frame. And I'm like, boy, welding it isn't a nice idea either.
Why?
Pardon?
Why? Well,
the next time something happens to the door, you got this hinge that's welded to the door.
Oh yeah, no, don't weld don't weld the hinge.
Yeah.
Can you weld? Meaning, do you have someone can, or do you have the skill and the welder?
We don't have it, but we're thinking about renting it.
Okay.
My engineer, he used to weld years ago. I mean, it's not something you forget. So I mean, he can MIG weld. And
it's funny you say that. It is like riding a bicycle. I first learned how to weld when I was about 91, I think. And welding is an art, and it's a skill, but I know that I can do it. So I can sell you the part that fell down in the frame. That's a common item on the shelf. So if I were to ship that to you, you're still going to have to either plug weld it. You're going to drill a couple of big holes. You're going to drill about 4 holes in this frame and in the plate, and then you're going to fill that with weld, grind it,
okay.
Smooth, prime it.
Yeah, I was thinking of screws and then trying to countersink them, and
so
that would probably be easier.
That's the second option. You can drill and tap your plate. The problem with that idea is that the material thickness of the frame is insufficient for what you want to do. You can't countersink it.
Yeah, you use not much countersinking room there.
Yeah. So option 3 is to use a reinforcing pivot. It's a gizmo that attaches to the top of the door and to the header, and it's meant to do 2 things: salvage the situation you're in, or reinforce that top hinge, because 70% of the weight of the door is held by the top hinge, so it takes all the strain.
Yeah.
So you can use a surface-mounted reinforcing pivot. Those are maybe $80, something like that. The other thing...
I'm not sure, do you have a picture of those? I'm not picturing what you're saying there. What is number 3 again? Pivoting what?
It's a reinforcing pivot.
Reinforcing pivot.
Yeah.
That holds the new piece of frame in there?
Kind of. It's basically a surface-mounted gizmo that keeps the door in place. And let me give you a part number. Yeah. So the part number would be, what hand is the door?
Right hand.
Okay. So your part number is B as in Bravo.
Now, right hand, wait a minute, though. Right hand is, if I'm facing the door, then I'm using it. I'm just a manager. We're not very bright. Um, that's okay. If you're facing the door and it's opening out, and I'm using my right hand, then it's right-handed.
I don't think so. I think it's a left-hand reverse. So when you're on the outside, does the door pull towards you?
I'm on the outside. It pulls towards me with my right hand.
So forget which hand you use, because that doesn't matter.
Oh.
So when you're on the outside, the door pulls towards you. Are the hinges on the left or the right?
The left.
The left. Okay, so that's what we call a left-hand reverse. So
Really?
your part.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So your part number for that is B as in Bravo, 1921, RH as in Romeo Hotel.
RH. Okay. Okay.
So option 4 is to go back in with a full surface continuous geared aluminum hinge. And that's, if you call a locksmith, that's what they're going to sell you.
That's 4. Well, what? Now, how would that work?
You've seen these 1,000 times. It's a full surface, like a think piano hinge, but they make them for doors. It's a continuous geared aluminum hinge, we call them.
What do those cost?
Oh, about $150.
And the now there's the piece that fell. You can sell me that. That's the number 1 choice for that.
Well, only if you can get it installed. I mean,
we got to drill about 4 holes and then solder, or not solder, weld those 4 holes.
Yeah.
Pull that piece in, and then I think that's pretty doable for us. So.
Yeah, I've also seen people pop rivet the material. I mean, you're going to have a little problem with the head, the head of the pop rivet, but at the end of the day, pull harder.
Yeah. We don't have a pop rivet of that kind.
Well, that's a trip to the home ammo dump, a pop rivet gun. That's easy, but it's not recommended.
We'd have to rent the welder, which that's not really a problem. I mean, a MIG weld should be 4 welds should hold it, right?
Well, you're going to do what's called a plug weld. You're going to drill holes in the frame. You're going to drill holes into the plate and line all that up, and then you're going to fill that hole with weld.
Oh, you put holes in the plate too. That you
got to.
There.
You can't just spit the metal at the surface. You got to get through it.
Okay. All right. See, he's the welder, not me. So, he probably would.
You just tell him plug weld. A plug weld is a technique. It's a type. It's an operation that you do. Plug.
Well, he was an iron worker, and he's done a lot of welding.
He's going to know. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, and then there's that. And then there was the part. What was that part? B11921RH. What part was that again?
B1921RH.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a search on that on your website. Then I can maybe see it, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be the preferred way for you to go, in my opinion.
Oh, really? This is the preferred way. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me
now,
take a look at this.
If your header's pumped with mortar, that's going to prove to be a chore. Because you don't have a welder, the tool, the equipment,
right?
Go with the surface pivot.
This is the surface pivot, is what I'm looking up right now. It's surface pivot. I just doggone it. For some reason, I just put the. It wasn't doing the search. I have to put it in again. My computer's a little goofy, maybe. All right, let me try it again. I put it in your search, and it's not searching.
Give me your email. I'll send you an email. I'll send you a Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.